it's a thin margin, right? Like, do you dive in well enough or not? Because if you fail, then you just immediately lose. But a Kai'Sa, an Azir, and a Camille that can just all get on top of Teddy means his positioning needs to be super good.
Wow, this is interesting. Lee Sin currently being hovered. Graves is available, though. And, of course, Owner is going to go towards the Graves with double magic dance.
It's just the same, just a different bird. A Summit.
That's cool. Summit taking so much damage here as he takes 2 turret shots and he's dead. That's called a solo kill, ladies and gentlemen. And the Penguin's dabbing as he should. Zeus just locking down that first. It certainly is. Summit just walks underneath the turret. End of the line is, of course, not actually the end of the line. As Summit walks on around, he will find On Fleek here, who's standing on top of a ward, which is not necessarily what you want. Summit dives on in. There's the flash forward from On Fleek. They're looking to lock down Owner immediately. There's the teleport. Great flash out of the new T1 jungler. However, not enough to get themselves even more as On Fleek's trying to run out of there. He should be able to. And Fate just stands his ground. Closer getting over that wall. And maybe just not working it out.
I think Closer was shuffled over the wall by Fate. I'm not 100%.
Brad, how to get that fight working. As you can see, though, T1 still with a huge advantage in all of their lanes outside of the forest, as everyone just wants to kill Summit. There's the flash forward from Carrier. There's a Lantern if Teddy wants it, but he doesn't. Doesn't need anything like that. He'll just pick up the kill. And if at first you don't succeed, Chronicler, you just try.
Very surprising lane swap coming out from T1, because this hasn't been better for a while. It used to be the teams got the dragon, and then whereas Teddy has had like 5 now. 4 now, I think.
Whoa. Effort wanting to get rid of Closer, and actually, he just wants to set up for a kill. Closer finds himself once again on the wrong side of the rift. This pesky Azir just keeps throwing him exactly where he doesn't want to be, but it's a really nice pickup there for Liv Sandbox.
That Azir is a big danger for T1. They don't necessarily have someone that can deal with it super well. Zeus can try to get on top of Fate, but with the amount of mobility that as we get a collapse here.
Yep, here's a big teleport from Fate. He was actually walking up topside and instead is just going to shuffle his way down towards the bottom lane, but Liv Sandbox have found Carrier. They should be able to take him down. Owner's here, though, and Closer's moving on down. Collateral damage, doing some work. You saw Moonlight Vigil not going to work out there onto Effort. Not able to lock down the cow, and that is a good rotation for Liv Sandbox.
The teleport that really seals the deal. Fate, even though he doesn't actually shuffle Teddy, he doesn't really more reliably fight team fights, because you're a lot less squishy than you would be with something like a Triforce. Oh, Carrier.
Oh, the hook from Carrier. He is so good. That blast cone, not what you want. However, he was always going to die. Didn't waste the flash or anything like that as Teddy takes down yet another turret. And this is feeling like it's gone from bad to worse to Liv Sandbox.
I'd even say Carrier is so good. I think we can, like, don't even need to mention as fresh as Effort is a very unfortunate cow.
Yeah, that's it's called mincemeat. Chronicler is just caught on the wrong side of everything. As Zeus, no one actually wants to engage onto this lonesome Gragas, who's, I don't know, he just walked at them and they all left. Of course, T1 were already rotating down to it and is going to be able to take down this inhibitor turret. Not going to look for the inhibitor just yet by the looks of things. As there's a teleport in. No, we're committing. We're going to try and get some super creeps here in the mid lane as Effort comes on down. Unbreakable Will has been popped, but he hasn't really found enough of that CC as Owner just dives forward with the Gale Force and he's able to lock down the kill onto the cow. Hook is going to go wide and they do manage to get the inhibitor and they'll take some stake on top of it.
Teddy in the bodyguard there. We see Effort going in an attempt to get that AD carry. The flank comes in as well. On Fleek from the top, Summit from the bottom. But the moment that Effort gets on top of Teddy, Teddy flashes, and immediately there's a 4-man squad standing in front of him. And as we said, Aphelios needs to die instantly or you will not win the fight. And now full priority, this will be sword point for T1. Not the end of the game, but they're looking better and better. And I feel like this is the type of decisiveness that we kind of lacked for T1, as Fate goes before, we didn't.
Not going to happen, as now we've got a bit of a collapse towards the bottom side. Owner moving on down as there's the body slam onto Summit. Summit knowing that there's something fishy going on as a teleport to come forward, and Zeus is losing out on this matchup. Absolutely. There's the cast, but it's eaten by the Banshee's Veil immediately, and there goes the Gragas. Camille going to go down immediately as Owner is also now in trouble. There's the gameplay button from Closer, but now On Fleek is going to turn on him. Effort once again being turned into mincemeat. But Closer is also going to suffer the same fate as Prince locks down that kill. T1 still ahead by just a little bit here as Carrier looking... Oh, dear. Yeah, Prince. There's no turrets to execute yourself under either. How very upset as Carrier finds a hook onto an invisible target. Pretty
there's actually supers in the base right now, but I think that T1 might possibly sack one of the Nexus turrets, because like they're not going to lose more than that. Zeus is on his way from the death chambers, I might say. Oh, never mind. The turret is actually fine. They're completely okay. And
Hex Deck ultimatum onto Owner. Let's see whether Summit can trade 1-for-1, and he absolutely can. He gets booped at the end, but now Effort once again in trouble. Oh no. Played back. There's the headbutt onto Closer, but Teddy is untouched and is just so strong. 4-0-2 now on this Aphelios and has himself an Infinity Edge, as well as that Runons and Kraken Slayer from earlier, building towards what looks like a GA right now, as T1 should be able to comfortably collect themselves an inhibitor. As you can see, bit of a back coming through for Fate, but it's not going to be in time to save this one. Calibrum is online as well, as Teddy is just coming in immediately as Carrier moves on forward. Okay, Zeus trying to be that front line. His Effort looking for that headbutt to get into the backside, but the Elder Drake is down. Every neutral objective has been taken. The 4-man Emperor's Divide, though, from Fate just doesn't matter because this dragon is so powerful, guys. And T1 just wiped the floor with Live Sandbox. Summit, the only man standing, and he's trying to go back. If I was him, I probably would have just ran at that inhibitor and hoped, or something like that, because there's no way this Camille's going to be able to do anything on her own. And this looks like game for T1.
It could have been a man with a dream. They stay in the game for a long time, but in the end, I gotta say, I think this is kind of the form that T1 fans have been looking for a long time. And I don't want to spoil, actually no, I want to say I don't want to spoil my vote, but I don't know who gets Pog here, but I know it's someone on the bot side of the map. I mean, you say that, but think about Carrier. I know!
I want Carrier. Give it to Carrier.
Thank you.
Just give it to both of them at the same time. Can we give it to both of them at the same time? Surely we can. The bottom lane.
What we see here is a T1 that still suffers from some of the same issues. I feel like they didn't accelerate as much as they could have with that.
To fly through around the mid game, which can be very, very difficult to deal with, because of course you're not going to be stacking too much magic resist before that stage. This is the Orianna that we were calling for, is going to be picked up here. Makes it a very magic-heavy top side of the map for Liv. Looking around, just wanting to make sure that everyone's gone home. As Owner looking for the spear. Summit walks back, though, but still, it's looking real rough. There's the cast, because Summit decides to go the other direction, but Closer's lying in wait, and he's going to get the bad news pretty soon. There's the Paddle Star. He's still looking to be frustrating, but there are more sparkles for him to take. He's going to leave for a very short while, but he's now going to go over and help with this Rift Herald instead. Owner in position. Carrier rotating over, but, you know, he's going to go home. There's On Fleet coming on down. This could be a 50-50, actually. That could be quite scary, as it does go over to Owner by the looks of things. Does pick up the eye there as Carrier decides not to go home, actually. Instead, he wants to grab some kills. His Effort and Fate going down pretty low. On Fleet should be falling here as well, as there's the Shockwave. It's going to take down 2 in an instant, and On Fleet survives. That's a great pulverize, though, as T1 are looking to try and answer back. Carrier will answer for his sins, as Effort trying to walk his way out. Not sure why On Fleet decided to come back, but he did, as Closer looking for Summit now, who doesn't have a lot of mana left and can't actually body slam to slow
bias. Dive on Fate.
In the meantime, Fate is looking to fall down here in the mid lane. That's a hit spear that time around. Liked it, as Carrier is going to get the trample onto Effort, but the dredge line comes back. Bubble is going to stop anyone from being able to get out of there, as in goes Owner, and Closer grabs his 4th of the game. Goodbye, Mr. Udyr. And that is now a 4-0-2 Zoe. 100% kill contribution here as we move towards the mid-game, and that is terrifying if you're a Liv Sandbox fan.
Remember what I was saying earlier, Atlas? You cannot fall behind as Liv Sandbox. That is very, very, very bad news. You can't even blame Fate for this, right? Because he's just underneath his turret. He literally cannot be safer. And then they're like the dive squad, the goon squad is there just to immediately bash him down. Because I think that T1 also identified, okay.
Snuck into this brush. Let's see whether the spear is actually going to connect, as the train's going to come through, as there is the cask. It's going to bring on Owner, but I don't know whether Summit's going to survive this one. Owner gets under the turret. Somehow that spear is going to connect as he flashes forward, collects the kill, and yes, had to use the flash, but still able to lock that one down in the end. Now T1, can they survive here on the bottom side?
It's just feeling like a very, very quick 2-0 for T1 here, and it's a bit unfortunate as On Fleek. Something else to say about that.
Yeah. He's trying to be relevant as there's the Shockwave. Verdant Barrier, thank you very much for that one. As OnFleek's going to get Paddle Starred, now has to flash away. The Ignite still ticking down as Prince trying to get the autos, trying to get to that S rank, as that's a great Depth Charge and Dredge Line. And that's going to grab Prince his first kill of the game.
Vintage Nautilus hook that we saw there. Effort really hitting that one very nicely. You do see the problem there with Liv Sandbox initially is, yeah, Zeus is the king of drive-bys, but that's not what you want with Zion, unfortunately. Although, let's be honest, in no way, shape or form as Zion should you ever be able to solo kill your opponent.
Beautiful, amazing. That was... This is high-octane top laning right here. Look at the health bars. They have gone slightly down. And now Zeus is moving out of the way. Effort is now going to turn up to add also minimal damage to this battle. There's a Nidalee on the way, does get a double knock-up. That's another double knock-up there from Zeus, as Prince is finally going to get here. Soul Furnace comes in, you can see the dive through from Ona, immediately takes down the Nautilus. Zeus is still just tanking up the ultimate from Prince. Shockwave comes through, lands onto 3, but it's not going to stop the double kill from landing. Somehow, Teddy gets a field goal through the middle of these two, as the bubble is going to connect onto the Orianna, but not able to get another Paddle Star down. And that was comical. Damn, Zeus is so tanky.
It's high-octane gameplay here at Liv.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and this is, like, you can't approach. That's the problem. You're going to get hit by...
Teddy exists, and he's going to take an inhibitor turret in the mid lane. Teddy's had a very slow game today. Sort of secret agent Teddy right now is OnFleek, is going to get a pounce out of Closer as Effort just going to get popped. Yep, Teddy pops on over. He's like, all right, I'll just take that one. Thanks for the ticket out of here. As now OnFleek trying to chase them down, but in comes the train. Prince could be in trouble. That was some sick drifting, actually, out of Zeus to get him here, but inhibitor turret now being occupied by Liv Sandbox. Oh my goodness, the Blade Whirl didn't really do enough there. As you can see, the Udyr just going to die. Not a lot of options right now, as I believe the bubble did connect. Summit is still going to die. Voidseeker picks that one up. All you, Teddy, all you. As now it looks like T1 are actually just going to push through for the win. They've taken enough of these kills. They've had enough of this game. It's a 10,000 gold lead, and T1 are looking so strong. However, not going to take this next Nexus turret. As you can see, teleport back immediately by Closer. As T1 do have some lower health bars.
Sandbox, you're not getting this Drake. I would just peace out.
Oh my goodness, look at the poke.
Yeah.
That's crazy. These bubbles seem to be homing. Somehow that spear connects onto OnFleek, and he just dies as a gift. Over to T1, into the backline goes Carrier. Effort is going to be cleaned up, but does manage to interrupt the decimating smash as Teddy finds the backline. Blade Whirl's just going to be waited out. That's not going to find anything there. Fate on the Shockwave, and now Summit's just going to be gunned down. And T1, they just wanted one more team fight before they won this one. The Dragon's still available, by the way. But no, the Nexus is more important. This last Nexus turret would have been taken down by minions. And now Fate finds himself on the fountain without a hope or a prayer. As of course it goes Carrier. Throwing his life away. Oh my goodness. Teddy locks that one down with the Acathian Rain. And there goes the Nexus. T1 with a swift 2-0 against Liv Sandbox.
It's a happy game for T1. They're all...
Oh yeah.
It is one that I think they really needed after what has definitely been a super rough split for them. Yes, Liv Sandbox is one of the weaker teams. Is, in my opinion, not really